Advice for the underclassmen, Johnny McKinnon.
Give it your all. Don't be a bitch.
I said just work hard, get better every day, and push yourself to get that extra rep, that extra takedown, whatever it does to make you better.
Basically get to know whatever you can about pretty much everything.
You got any advice for the next book girl who's got the honor to step up to the plate?
Don't yell at them. Don't tell them what to do. And make sure that they check in at the table. Like, make sure they check in at the table.
From Kukula was money in the bank or putting sugar in the gas tanks. Okay.
I like when you said pain equals points, really in the heart.
I think him just yelling during meets, just screaming half Nelson the whole time.
My favorite Coach Kuklo saying is when you're in a match, you know, you're getting nice and tired, you look over and he hits you with the breathe.
My favorite memory of Coach Kukalo, I've only known him for about a year, but one time we were all sitting in the locker room, and it's every time. But one time we walked in and Josh had his wake up route and Nick had this sandwich from Dunkin'. And he walks in, he's like, "Hey! Put that fast food down! You can't be eating that before me. Come on." That was my favorite part.
Memory of Coach Kuklo and Coach Williams is when we were in Connecticut last year, and he took all of our stuff and moved it all around and put my Xbox in the refrigerator. What is your favorite Coach Kuklo saying?
I don't really think there's a saying, but there's a look.
One of the things I remember is I think it was around sophomore year when we were down in Connecticut. Johnny had like a onesie on, and I came over and he was snorting sugar from the coffee store.
And on my senior year. I don't know, just creating the bond that I have with my team and brothers that I have forever.
Oh yeah.
I really liked freshman year. We were rooming in a hotel with good friend Josh and Aiden. And Aiden decided he's going to get naked under all the covers, and I tried to stand up and take him off as a joke, and he screamed at like 3 a.m.
My favorite thing about high school wrestling had to be never losing a single game of handball. It was just too easy.
I just hated it! Honestly, mine was just the bond that we built between the team every year and just spending up my whole winter with them every day.
Yes.
What is your favorite thing about Londonderry wrestling?
My favorite thing about wrestling is that it's the hardest sport that I've ever seen, and it really does take a lot to do it. And people that say that it's not hard or they can do it clearly have never wrestled before in their life, and they know nothing about it.
Favorite memory of all high school wrestling?
Does that have to be like in wrestling? Can I have someone correlate to wrestling?
Correlate wrestling and wrestling. I don't care,
I
Johnny.
really liked when I tried to offer Craig Sandos a cookie and he told me to fuck myself.
Two favorite memories. One, sophomore year, me and Josh were in Rhode Island. We're hanging out in the crowd with Lisa Chase, and Josh starts letting them rip, dude. And everyone cleared out the crowd. Lisa lets, she's like, "Oh, stinky!" And the second one had to be in freshman year. We were in Connecticut, and our boy Johnny McKinnon and Dylan Barnes were getting a little frisky in the hotel room.
Does it have to be from this year? Probably when I shit my pants near Aiden and the rest of the
What will you miss most about the seniors?
Just how they motivate me. They're funny. Yeah.
I'm gonna really miss the seniors' good energy and just leadership.
I really liked it before every practice when Caleb would just text me asking me for a ride. I'd have to supply. So, love it.
Just their good vibes and their leadership and the motivation they give us during matches. Is awesome.
You guys are just...
My favorite memory was last year with Josh. After every practice, we would just, I don't know, just drive around, go hang out somewhere, and it was really fun.
My favorite memory was, let's see, I got a bunch. I just have to say Johnny kicking the crap out of me before every practice.
What will you miss most about the seniors?
Man, you know, they really drove the team forward, so I'm going to miss the leadership.
My favorite memory with the senior was when I got hurt this season. I was sitting out with Josh, and me and Josh just sat there for like 5-10 minutes talking about the discipline that you have to have with wrestling, and getting into wrestling, and the things that you have to mentally prepare for throughout the season.
Favorite memory would probably be about probably Johnny. Right before practice, hurt my knee.
Oh my God.
Literally last week. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
It's not really a single memory, but every time before practice, Johnny would kind of, bully me. And
Johnny, like you've heard so many times before, Johnny just bullies me before practice. It's just a lot of fun. One time specifically, we were sitting in there, I got attacked from behind, pinned down, and I wasn't allowed to move until Evan walked in the room. It took about 20 minutes. That was a lot of fun. So, favorite memory. Shout out to Johnny.
What will you miss most about wrestling?
Well, I mean, it wasn't much this year, but just going to tournaments and spending my whole day in a gym. And I know you guys don't like that, but that was my favorite part. And I just loved watching wrestling, and I became like super obsessed with the sport.
That's a good question. My least favorite senior would definitely have to be Joshua B. Like, what is there to like about that kid? Yeah, that's an easy one.
My favorite thing about Josh was how he used to give me rides, and now that he doesn't, he's useless.
So my favorite thing about Josh Bean is probably just him bringing me everywhere, and just also bringing me into wrestling. And he has a great off-season club. Highly recommend it. Shout out to the brigade. But right now he's just constantly honestly a meathead, and he gets angry a lot. But you just gotta cool him down sometimes, and he's chill. So
My least favorite thing about Josh is he pulled up to the meet today with white joggers.
I gave him my shorts.
Zero drip.
We're favorite.
My favorite memory of Josh, I don't really have that many, but probably how he's really funny, honestly. Yeah.
My least favorite senior is definitely got to be Josh. He's just always crying about something. He just can't be happy. Like, I would ask him, like, yo, it was a good match. He'd be like, no, I didn't win good enough. And it's just annoying. I just didn't like hearing him. Don't like looking at him sometimes.
I mean, like, Barnes is just like a super hard worker. I'll like get out of practice and look on Snap Map, and it'll be in like Mount Rushmore or something.
Alright, my favorite thing about Barnes is honestly just his mentality, and like I just see him in practice and in meets and stuff, and he's always working his hardest, and you can tell he's just putting in 100%, which is what wrestling's all about. So yeah, that's probably my favorite part.
Dylan, it was an honor to work with Dylan Barnes. He's probably the only person I can say is very nice about kicking my ass. Yeah, like if I got dropped in my head or something and I needed a second, Dylan Barnes he'll do his own thing. He'll wait for me. So yeah, it was good.
Just honestly,
Dylan Barnes is probably one of my favorite human beings alive. Most conditioned kid you'll ever meet, most hardworking, and when you need to, he puts a smile on your face.
Contrary to popular belief, Dylan Barnes is not a nice kid. He is a scumbag. Don't believe what they're saying.
I gotta say, probably my least favorite senior is probably Aiden. He was top dog and he owned everything out there, and he thought he was on top of the world every day.
I would say my least favorite senior is not a single person, but two, and that is Johnny McKinnon and Aiden Olave. Just because these kids have the most punchable faces. Favorite Aiden, easy. One time we just went to McDonald's, and I asked for a McChicken. It's about $1.30, and he's like, "What did you do to deserve this?" I was like, "I'm on your team," and he just said, "Nah." But he gave me a bite later. So
My least favorite senior is easily Aiden, and that's because he's just always got something to say. Even today, I have an example. He was Making fun of Kyle say his shorts.
My least favorite senior by far is definitely Aiden. He was talking about assassinating me because I had blue shorts on. So I thought that was pretty cool.
My least favorite thing about Aiden is he's like awful at wrestling. He hasn't taken me down the past 3 months. He's let me know every single time.
Definitely Aiden, because not only do I have to see him here, I have to see him like sometimes at my house, which is so unfortunate. He's pretty good friends with my brother, and if we went against each other in practice, and I'm not that great, so he'll tool on me as he says, and then I'll never hear the end of it from my brother. So.
My least favorite scene is definitely Aiden, because he never lets anyone talk shit until he talks shit. Like, if anyone says anything, he says 4 times as much stuff. And make sure he makes it as personal as he can. It just sucks.
Thank you, Londonderry Wrestling.